How's everyone going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, this is done on the back of yesterday. Did my first ever lecture or Q&A with criminology students at the University of Salford. I'd like to thank Dr. Tony Wood and Dr. Anthony Ellis for the opportunity and stuff, and for believing in me. It was a big, it was stressing me out, the pressure and the idea of potentially 150 students in this lecture room and stuff just gawping at me. It scared the life out of me. It's only the second time I've done public speaking. The first time was earlier this year when I got out of jail, and I spoke to assembly members, Welsh assembly members, MPs, former police officers, prison officers, a couple of criminology students and stuff. But there's supposed to be 150 there. There was 30. Yesterday, I'd say, I don't know, 80 or something, 60, 70, 80 or something students and stuff. So the prospect and the idea and stuff was very daunting, very nerve-wracking for myself. I suffered bad anxiety and stuff, and yeah, it played on my mind. I couldn't sleep. I didn't think I was going to do it justice. So I get to the uni. I met Dr. Tony Wood outside the Salford Crescent station. We walked down. She showed me the lecture room. There was 2 students already in there. The lecture was due to start at 9 o'clock. So I went to the cafeteria, got a drink, and I was talkative and stuff, but then more students came, and my head was stressing, man. I thought my head was going to fall off, you hear me? But like I said, if you look at the beginning of the video and stuff, and you see the comments and the feedback and stuff, you'll see that it seems to be, for the most part, it seems to be very, very widely received and stuff. And people were some of the students are still messaging me as I do this vlog. It was a very, very humbling experience, very liberating experience, very nerve-wracking, very rewarding is probably the word as well, because a thick uneducated street kid, guys, from Manchester, right? Educating and being able to use my experience to educate these people and talk about the theories and stuff that we're taught beforehand, and then my experience is sort of tied in with that, which is crazy because, like I say, I'm not educated or anything like that, but the students were amazing. The questions, they was very well versed. They knew what they was talking about. Some questions caught me off guard, because the thing is, after we did the Q&A, it was on desistance, guys, right? Desistance being abstaining from crime, coming out of crime, and everything else. So yeah, after we got past the desistance, Dr. Tony Wood opened the floor up for everybody there, ask your questions, man. So then me, like an idiot, said, ask whatever. So the floor opened and stuff. I got loads of questions. Some people were a bit quieter and a bit introverted and was just there and half asleep and everything. Other people were very engaged and was listening and asked a lot of questions and stuff, which it made me confident how it just bounced. And then I sat there, I'm like, right, babe, you go on, you speak next, and you, mate. And then I was just answering questions left, right, and centre. Yeah, mate. The experience was, like I say, blew my mind. The students were amazing, man. The feedback and stuff I've had on my Twitter, on my Facebook and stuff. I had a job offer on the back of it. I don't know if that's going to come to fruition. I just trying to do a bit, you know what I'm saying? Just try to be a good person, try to do it the right way and stuff. And if you can educate people and help people through your experiences and stuff, and like I say, these criminology students are the next generation, aren't they? And like I say, some of them want to be coppers and stuff, and some of them want to be criminologists. And there's so many different avenues you can go down. It's such a vast subject and stuff, criminology and stuff, and it's broken down into so many different modules. But yeah, like I say, we talked about desistance, about how I came away from crime and stuff. Obviously because of, as I've alluded to in previous videos, what my mum was going through psychologically, emotionally, mentally, not to mention financially. And like I say, in prison I had an epiphany, light bulb moment, if you will, and thought, I'm not doing this no more. And I'm doing it the right way now. I'm struggling to get a job. It's driving me insane. My perseverance will pay off. I genuinely do believe that. I've got the hope and I've got the motivation to keep going on, even though people reject me. I can change my spots and my criminal behaviour, but society, wider society, and employers, they need to acknowledge that people can change, and that just because you've been in jail and you've got that tag of ex-offender, that you're able to be a productive member of society, work, earn money, pay tax back into the system, thus breaking the cycle of crime and saving the taxpayer money by not going through that revolving door that as is prison. Like I say, guys, my story is no different to anybody else's. Usual story: bad childhood, broken home, doing a bit of this, doing a bit of that to survive. First arrested when I was 12 for stealing I didn't steal a Kinder Egg. A friend stole a Kinder Egg, passed it to me. The manager came out, gripped us both by the collar, dragged us back in the shop. Police came, and I was taken home. I weren't bothered about the police. Well, I was a little bit, but it was more about my mum because I knew what was coming. I got beaten, man. That was just the way it was. But like I say, my mum was there on my first arrest because obviously I got dragged home, and she's 22 years, guys, active criminality, like 22 years active. Like I say, everything from firearms to drugs, possession of poison to intent to endanger life, fraud, witness intimidation, threats to kill, firearms, just so many things, man. It just goes on. Assault on police, assault, GBH, loads of stuff, man. Just violent, just horrible stuff. Like I say, I said yesterday, if I knew what I know now when I was a kid, I would have been sat up in that lecture room and stuff, doing it the right way. Education, further education. You can be successful through legal means by going through education and stuff, and keeping your head down, not going down the road that I've gone down and stuff. On the back of the lecture and stuff, it couldn't have gone any better. Genuinely, I thought I was going to be a shower of shit. Right, I genuinely do believe that. I got laughs from. I weren't even trying to be funny. I genuinely wasn't trying to be funny. I'm funny. I don't mean to be. It's just one of them things. But like I say, it was well received. I did crack a few little like jokes and stuff. Like, my sister's a psychology graduate. I'm proud of her. She's ashamed of me. It just works on so many levels. Little things like that. And as their confidence grew, my confidence grew, and it was a true reflection and stuff. And like I say, it brought me out of my shell a lot more. I'm an easygoing kid anyway, but when you're in front of a load of students, right? Yeah, I thought all these students, to my shame, I thought all these students were going to be middle class, plum in the mouth, private school, like oh yes, oh no, this criminal is not for me. And you know what? Yeah, I was talking to a girl called Daniela. I won't tell you the background because it's not my place to do so, but she was an absolute lovely lady, very down to earth, very enthusiastic. She engaged with me a lot on the question and answer session. She also spoke to me after. I swapped numbers with her. I give her my number, just like if she needs any help with anything criminology wise. And yeah, where I felt the pressure massively because I thought, like, I've got to repay the like faith that's been shown in me by Dr. Tony Wood and Dr. Anthony Ellis, right? And I was stressing, guys, right until the point when I sat down, when all the eyes were on us, right? And I sat down, right? And I freaked, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And I thought, two things are gonna happen here. It's gonna get to me, and I'm not gonna be eloquent or articulate. I'm gonna be a shower of shit, or use this nervous energy to project myself and use it to my advantage. And that's exactly what I did. Like I say, talking about desistance and stuff and theory and stuff like that. People saying like they learnt more in that lecture, that Q&A, than they have all semester. Now, I can't tell you how much of a confidence boost that is. It really, really was. I mean, I went outside at the end of it, guys, right? When it finished, I exhaled and I was so like, oh my God, thank God for that. That's over. But at the same time, I was sort of wishing that it never ended. And then I went outside. The Manchester Evening News were in attendance and stuff. They got some pictures which I'm yet to get my hands on. They're going to do a story just about how I've changed my life around and stuff like that. The trolls will come out as they always do and just slag it off. Anyone that's like doing something good, there's somebody that's always there to try and slap them down, slag them off, blah blah blah, usual stuff. But if I wanted to hear from an arsehole, I'd fart. When I spoke yesterday, I was just a down to earth Manchester kid. Rather than using big words that I didn't know what they meant and stuff, right? I was just myself, right? And Dr. Tony Wood said, the endearing thing about you is you're a real person with real life experience, and you've got a rawness to you and stuff like that, and that what endears people to you. And I saw that in this room and stuff like that, because some, like I say, some people will like the afterwards. We had a coffee. We went and got we had a little Costa coffee in one of the new buildings down there at the uni, with Dr. Tony Wood and Dr. Anthony Ellis. And they said, look, he said, they wasn't on the phone, they was engaged, they was listening, and for, like I say, the fact that people are actually willing to listen to what you've got to say is very humbling and stuff like that. Because I'm not educated. I've never, like, I've not had a pot to piss in growing up. As a result, I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't celebrate Christmas. Yeah, it's just the way it was. But like, I've had money, I've not had money. I've been homeless. I've lived in city centre apartments. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, really. But it was this. Like I said, it was the first time I'd spoken to the criminology students in a university. Second time publicly speaking. First time the occasion got the better of me. It definitely did. Second time, I don't know how, but I excelled and I set the bar very high for myself. And then you've got like quite well-known criminologists like Shad Maruna, who would love me to speak at his university and stuff like that, which I find very, very, again, humbling and stuff. Why would someone want to listen to me? I'm just another criminal. My story is no different to anybody else's. We're talking through our experiences and stuff. But like I say, I'm a real person with real life experience. I'm not like an educated, well-spoken, articulate kid. Like I said, I don't know how to act. I wasn't raised with morals and principles. I was dragged up. But yeah, I project myself in a different light now. I think differently. The way I project myself, the way I speak, the way I see things and stuff, it is chalk and cheese and stuff. But the students were so, and even now, like I said, I've got messages on Facebook. I've got direct messages. I've got tweets and stuff. All it was, as the lecture finished and stuff, I said, right guys, if you want to get me on Twitter, at ex-prisoner Cody. Fuck it, sure enough, I came out of the uni there. We went to the Costa, me and the doctors of criminology, and then I left, and my phone was just bam, bam, tweet. So I was retweeting what was put, obviously, because it made me feel extremely good. I had a tear in my eye. It was really, really, really. I felt pride for the first time in my life. It was that's how strong the connection with these students was. I hope they felt that as well. And yeah, like I say, I've got some screenshots. You'll see them at the beginning of the video. Very humbling, very liberating, very thought-provoking for me. Because the thing is, right, like I say, there's no filter up here. Like, it just sort of, like verbal diarrhea, it just comes out, doesn't it? And like I say, I saw this, I got this confidence that I've never had in my life. Like, I'm not a confident person. I'm very insecure. I'm very self-aware. I don't like my accent, for example. I'm very proud to be from Manchester, and a Manchester lad, but I don't want to stand in front of a load of students and stuff with this accent. People thinking, oh, there's a scroll or there's a scally or something like that. Because I ain't none of them stuff. You know what I mean? I'm proud to be from Manchester, and this is the accent of everybody. So it's just one of them things. But people think I'm Scouse as well. I keep getting that. People like, we thought you was from like Liverpool, like Manchester, Liverpool, Salford. Because apparently I've got a town accent and stuff and a strongman accent, but I don't personally see that. But I'll be back on another module. I've spoken to Dr. Tony Wood last night. I think I'll be doing more with her. Her modules are more prison-based. Dr. Anthony Ellis, who's a gentleman, he's more violence. He specialises in violence and stuff. That's his niche. That's what he does. That's what he speaks about. And I've got obviously experience of violence, prison, been involved with firearms, drugs, gangs, gangsters, criminal underworld, police, armed police, all of the above, man. And it's just it's a hell of an experience. I'm sorry I've rambled on, guys, for like nearly 15 minutes. This is mainly aimed at the criminology students that I spoke to yesterday and other criminology students that might watch this. I'm planning a university tour. I'm hoping to branch out and stuff and team up with reformed gangster Stephen French, formerly known as the Devil, now known as the Fighting Preacher, so he can spread his message of love, light and hope and stuff, and like put down your firearms, put down your knives, pick up your pen, embrace education, and be successful through legal means and stuff, and learn from our mistakes. That's the dream. That's where we're aiming to do. If you're interested, get in touch. Check my Twitter out. Get me on Facebook. My email's on my YouTube as well, in the About Me. Yeah, man. Oh, thank you to Holly Hines as well. Ollie Hines and James Palmer. They both did me made me a banner for the back of my YouTube and stuff for my cover photo. Very, 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 very greatly appreciated. Means a great deal to me. Thank you. Right, guys, going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for your time. Cody out.